The Kelly-Hopkinsville Goblins. A farm family was besieged all night by creatures. The Sutton family farmhouse sat outside the small town of Kelly in Christian County, Kentucky. On the evening of August 21, 1955, Billy Ray Taylor, a visitor to the farm, went to the outdoor well to fetch water. He returned to the farmhouse excited and alarmed, reporting that he had seen a brilliantly lit object land in a gully behind the property. He was a UFO enthusiast and was immediately skeptical of his own account. But within an hour of his report, a small creature appeared at the farmhouse window. The creature was described as approximately 3 feet tall, with an oversized round head, large eyes that glowed yellowish in the dark, enormous ears, and spindly arms that ended in clawed hands. Its skin appeared silvery or metallic. When Billy Ray and Elmer Sutton fired at it with a shotgun from about 20 feet away, the creature flipped backward from the blast, then got up and disappeared into the darkness. More creatures appeared. The family began firing at each appearance. Over the following 3 to 4 hours, the Sutton family, there were 8 adults and 2 children in the farmhouse, fired repeatedly at the creatures as they appeared around the house, on the roof, in trees, and at windows. The creatures were shot with rifles and shotguns at close range. Each time, the shot would knock the creature backward or off a surface, but it would then get up and move away unharmed. The family reported the distinctive sound of bullets hitting metal, rather than organic tissue, when the creatures were struck. At one point, Billy Ray Taylor stepped out the back door and felt something grab him from the roof above. He was pulled off his feet, and the family had to drag him back inside. Another creature grabbed the head of Elmer Sutton's wife and had to be forcibly removed. Throughout the encounter, the creatures never made aggressive moves to enter the house. They remained outside, appearing at windows and doors, watching. The family described the creatures as more curious than hostile, but their impervious nature made them terrifying regardless of intent. At approximately 11 p.m., the encounter stopped. The family fled in 2 cars to the Hopkinsville Police Department, arriving in a state of genuine distress. The police chief and several officers drove to the Sutton farm to investigate. When they arrived, the farmhouse showed clear evidence of a disturbance: spent shotgun shells everywhere, bullet holes in the exterior walls, damaged window frames. The officers found no creatures. Some of them reported seeing strange lights in the sky during their investigation. None were skeptical of the family's account. The Kentucky State Police, the Fort Campbell military base, and representatives from the Air Force's Project Blue Book investigated the incident. What they found was a family with no prior history of unusual claims, a genuine disturbance at the farmhouse, and no conventional explanation for what had occurred. Project Blue Book investigators who investigated in person found the family credible and the physical evidence of the encounter consistent with their account. The official conclusion was not that the family was lying. It was that no conventional explanation was available. The most frequently proposed natural explanation for the Kelly-Hopkinsville entities is the great horned owl. Great horned owls are found in Kentucky, are nocturnal, can appear alarming when encountered unexpectedly, have large eyes that reflect light and can appear to glow, and can aggressively defend territory. A group of owls disturbed from a tree could, in theory, produce multiple encounters. The problem is that the family fired shotguns at the creatures repeatedly and hit them. The creatures responded to the impact of the shots. Owls hit by shotgun fire at close range do not get up and walk away. The Sutton family declined most subsequent interviews and avoided the attention the incident brought them. They were farmers, not UFO enthusiasts, and found the prolonged interest in their experience unwelcome. Elmer Sutton was quoted years later saying, "It was the worst night of my life, and I don't want to talk about it anymore." That is, perhaps, the most convincing thing about the Kelly-Hopkinsville encounter. It did not make anyone famous. It did not produce a book or a speaking tour, and it left the people who experienced it damaged rather than enriched. Whatever happened at that farmhouse in 1955, the people who lived through it did not enjoy it.